Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Dark Souls 3: The Ring City. This is episode number 5, being recorded on Tuesday the 28th of March. I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So it is still, I've still not slept since I got up from my nap. It's now 4:53 in the morning. But we're going to continue for at least one more episode. Because I feel like we were just making progress before we got double teamed by those dang ranged knights. Why do I keep forgetting about you? Just like the eye collector in Bloodborne, I always forget about them. Sorry, cursed clerics. We're going to try and run through the first little bit here and see if we can't get back to the spot where our souls were without killing every single enemy in the way. Hi. We can only hope to de-aggro them by just going as far away as we can get. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. I thought we would just land right on there. Oh, we might have to do a save quit to de-aggro some of these enemies. I am totally fine with that because that took a really long time to clear them all out last time. We can see them rising from the deep again, or the depths as it was called. So maybe not the deep. Oh, item, tighten my trunk. Oh, that's the fancy teleporting attack he did previously. I couldn't resist. I could not resist. Okay. Maybe we don't need save quit strats. You and your gosh darn miracles. Oh, and it was all for the soul of a crestfallen knight. Of course it was. I was hoping it would be something good. So yeah, again, I don't know whether I should be recording or not right now, just because, yeah, I'm pretty pooped. I cleared my schedule for today and yesterday, so as to ensure that we had time for this. Today's schedule, I should say, also involves me recording a podcast at about 6 p.m. So that's pretty much the only thing I have on the docket today, as in the 28th of March after midnight. Well, you want to make sure that I go over there to aggro your friend as well? Yeah, usually Mondays are my lesson plan days, where I work on a lesson plan for the week's class coming up. But this week, there's another one of those giants, it looks like, up there. But this is the last week. And so I'm just working on a review for the final exam for my students, but I won't have everything I need for that anyways until Wednesday, so that's why I'm hoping to do everything I can here today so that I can get this done. Yeah, record that podcast tomorrow and then sleep. Get caught up on all that sleep that I will have lost by that point. Oh, we're close to getting cursed. Titanite chunk. They also the ring knights also remind me of the enemies from, or the bad guys from Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
Power on. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Earth 2147. The legacy of the Metal Wars, when man fought machine and machines won. Biodreads, monstrous creations that hunt down human survivors and digitize them. Volcania, center of the Biodread Empire, stronghold and fortress of Lord Dread, feared ruler of this new order. But from the fires of the Metal Wars arose a new breed of warrior, born and trained to bring down Lord Dread and his Biodread Empire. They were soldiers of the future, mankind's last hope. Their leader, Captain Jonathan Power, master of the incredible power suits which transform each soldier into a one-man attack force. Major Matthew Hawk Masterson, fighter in the sky. Lieutenant Michael Tank Ellis, ground soldier. Sergeant Robert Scout Baker, espionage and communications. And Corporal Jennifer, pilot chase, tactical systems expert. Together they form the most powerful fighting force in Earth's history. Their creed, to protect all life. Their promise, to end Lord Dread's rule. Their name, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
Which is one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. Where they had these, like, flashing orange and white things on their chests, which in retrospect was seemingly just a way to sell additional toys. Oh, where's this curse buildup coming from? Because yeah, you could, if you had like a special light gun or something, you could point it at the screen, and I don't remember how that was supposed to be interactive, but
Captain Power has come to TV, and you can be part of it. What are you doing? Aim the Power Jet XT-7, fire invisible beams at the television targets, and score. Or be hit.
The TV show fires back.
No kidding. Captain Power versus Lord Dread.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, short human. The power of the future is in your hands. Believe it.
Captain Power jet and figure sold separately. Batteries not included.
yeah, if you aimed at the flashing orange and white things on their chest, then you would get points on the toy you had, however that was supposed to work. Covetous gold serpent ring +3. So that'll be helpful for, because I've been wanting to farm, because this build isn't complete without Darkmoon Blade, but just farming for it's just such a chore. I've already done it once, I don't want to have to do it again, so. But insofar as I decide to do that, at least I'll have the Covetous +3. Which I believe mentions the Primordial Serpents. A snake that could have been, but never was, a dragon. Fallen foes, so on and so forth. Snakes are known as creatures of great avarice, so meaning like greed, devouring prey even larger than themselves by swallowing them whole. If one's shackles are cause for discontent, perhaps it is time for some old-fashioned greed. Okay. So another side path where I was expecting, like I guess a +3 ring is kind of a big deal, but I was expecting something more from this. I don't know if I was justified in expecting more, but I guess that, you know, makes explicit the connection to the primordial serpents that otherwise you're just sort of left to wonder about. Okay. So we have another friend down there. We've already dealt with that area. So next is, I think, going up the cliff facing. And then after that, going through the swamp. So I always check behind for items when dropping down or just finding yourself in a spot like that. Silver Knight Leto. What? So I'm very intrigued by the NPC, all the NPCs we've met thus far. Whoa. Okay, I'm not parrying that. I was getting ready to potentially parry, but I never once thought about Silver Knights as having their own identity. Oh, that hurts so bad. Jared Leto, why? I don't even know who Jared Leto is, but I know the name. I'm gonna assume it's an actor of some description. What is... You are so freaking hard to fight. I'm gonna assume that consumes FP and that you just have a freaking infinite supply of it because you are very frustrating to fight. Ah, come on. One thing that really annoys me is that ever since Dark Souls 2, Red Phantom invaders, NPC invaders, just, they don't play by the same rules that the player does. And that for me was one of the coolest things about Red Phantom invaders in Dark Souls 1 was the fact that, yeah, even though they may have had cool, you know, and powerful gear and stuff like that, like you always knew that you were playing on a more or less level playing field. And, you know, it's gotten to the point where ever since Dark Souls 2, whenever an NPC invades, it's like, yeah, it's really cool and interesting at first, until you fight them and you realize that they have, you know, an unlimited source of something or other that just makes them a chore to fight. And, you know, it was the same thing with what's-her-face, Zoe. Was it Zoe? I don't remember. The NPC who we've still not killed. The Pyromancer lady. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think it's about time I went to bed because I'm just getting really frustrated with this. So this will certainly be my last recording, I think. I don't know why I went back up there. Before I try to get some shut-eye and or do some editing. I do like that fancy little move. Not that one, though. Okay, let's try this again. Could always just not Ember, but... That was my chance to try and parry him. I don't know that you can parry them when they're using it with one hand, but... God, And they seem to read your button inputs too, and that's another thing that really fucking bugs me. Because as soon as you hit, they start dodging. Come on! It wouldn't be so bad if the run back wasn't so unreasonably long. Come on. Okay, so we're not going to Ember just yet until we see what's behind them. What they're guarding. Because if it's a bonfire or something, we're just going to light it and then Ember. Nope. Okay, I guess I don't play by the rules of Ember either. Because that doesn't make any sense. And I can't Ember because they're here already. And they're impossible to backstab. Okay, it's now, I was about to say it's now the following day, but it's actually still the same day, but I slept for a while. It's 3:18 in the afternoon now. And as I've always said, or at least as I've said a few times, whenever I get too frustrated with the game, I try my best to just put it down and come back to it later. It's not worth it, especially when you're recording, to get super bummed out and then, yeah, ruin the game for yourself, so. On the bright side, I've gotten much better doing the runbacks. So at least there's that. I hope you're all still having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So yeah, we learned at the end of the previous recording session, in the same episode, that not only does Red Invader Silver Knight Jared Leto, not only does he not follow the rules in terms of the restrictions that are placed on player characters, but also the rules of the world. He can invade when you're not embered, which is fine. If they, like, all they had to do to make that make sense was to make him just a player character in the world in the same way they did with Desert Pyromancer Zoe. I think it's Zoe. I can't remember. It might be something else, but Silver Knight Jared Leto. The bane of my existence in this blind playthrough so far. Titanite chunk. Let's see what he was guarding here. Nothing. Are you serious? Are you serious, Jared Leto? Yep, he's about as serious as they come. Okay. So I guess it's about time we tried some different weapons. First we'll try the S-Stock. I know that they basically nerfed it in terms of its poise break ability, but... or hyper armor break, I don't know. But whatever the hammer is that Silver Knight Jared Leto was using would seem to be... would seem to have a whole lot of hyper armor. Because, yeah, I can't stagger him out of anything. And I don't know that the S-Stock is going to make any difference there, but it's one of 3 weapons that I have upgraded to plus 10. So we're going to try it anyway. It's a good thing the Destructo Disc move doesn't seem to hurt us when we're on the ladder. Wow, we are running out of embers and fast. Hi, not my friend. God, and he's impossible to backstab because he seems to read your button inputs. It's so easy to get staggered by that hammer. Yes! Who would have thought that Jared Leto would almost ruin this playthrough? Oh my gosh. Jared Leto's Great Hammer. Great Hammer wielded by the Silver Knight Leto. Leto's hammer is by far the heaviest weapon wielded amongst... What? Leto's hammer is far the heaviest weapon amongst those wielded by the Knights of Anor Londo. Leto, an eccentric who traveled across the outskirts, became a close friend to the Giants and even Havel, the Rock. Skill called a stone, spinned to lure stones to the steel hammer, and use strong attack to transition into an earth slam that shatters the stones in a shockwave. How much do you want to bet we cannot use that infinitely the same way that he does? Yeah. Very scummy. But at least we killed him. It doesn't really seem like there's any reason other than the hammer to have done so. So I guess we just have to proceed in the swamp. Wonder if we can cheese the giant from here. It looks very similar to the one that was raising the... Yep. Raising spirits over there too. Is that... Oh. Yep. Same enemy. Raising spirits to mess with us. Gosh darn it. So many annoying enemies in this DLC so far. Whatever, let's proceed. How are we supposed to drop down from here? Oh, I guess that's what all that is for there. And there's items too. Or an item, at least. Havel's Ring +3. So it adds another 2.2 units on top of Havel's Ring. So I guess we're going to be getting all the +3 rings, which is interesting. So Jared Leto the Rock would seem to... Or Jared Leto the Rock. Silver Knight Jared Leto would seem to have had a relationship with Havel. Can't really cheese these guys, can we? This is my first time using a dual wielding weapon, and I must say I'm quite enjoying it. Notwithstanding annoying enemies. And poor stamina management on my part. Finally get a look at their faces. And it doesn't look good. Does not look good. So again, I'm left to wonder whether this is what the Pilgrims of Londor were meant to look like, or not meant to look like, whether this is what either they're evolving into or devolving into, depending on your perspective. Or whether they're just a completely different brand of cleric. At the very least, this doesn't poison us. Aww. Oh, are they not killing us? They're not hostile? They're the friends of our friend up there. Well, that works for me. I'm just here fighting, guys, don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. Oh, that's nice, okay. Oh, you are not friendly, though. You are not friendly. Oh, he's preparing for the feast! Why can't you be friendly like our friend? So again, we see the sword of a vowel type thing on top of all of the buildings here. Ah, bonfire. So our run back to Jared Leto could have been much, much easier. Much, much easier. This entire time, and another shortcut. Oh well. What are you gonna do when you live in a shoe, as they say? Okie dokes. I'm actually quite enjoying these weapons. We're using the Goddard twin swords. Oh, this one. Oh, there's so many of them. I thought you were my friends. I didn't hurt any of the little ones. So these are basically supposed to be ticks, I think. I don't know. Want to know what happens when they catch you with that. Those faces. Oh my god, those faces. So that's what they look like. So you can see where they're about to pop out at you. There's 1, 2. You can see 1, 2, 3 ringed knights in the distance there. So they're probably guarding something important. Oh, you can cheese them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Their weak points do appear to be their heads anyway. Rip tick people. Oh, that's not good. He's summoning something. Run! Yep, more sentinels. Ruined sentinels. Ringed Knight Straight Sword. There's the ghost of Jared Leto again.
She lived in fear of the dark. Of
What? Don't hurt our friend. It's like he's talking about a firekeeper. That she lived in fear of the things that gnawed away at her. So, like the firekeepers. Sorry, friend, about that. That wasn't me.
And so, despite his weighty armor, he lived in fear of a delicate thing, little more than a girl. Where fire resideth, shadows twist and shrivel, but in the abyss there are shadows none. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Oh, I missed what he said at the beginning.
And so, she lived in fear of the dark, of the things that gnawed at her flesh, and yet the abyss hath yet to produce any such creature. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
So is he saying that the things that gnaw at the skin of the firekeepers are not they don't emanate from the abyss? Is that what he's saying? Okay, I must say the little baby ones are kind of cute. The way they're just sort of running laps around this obelisk here. Like, I'm in first. I'm in first. No, I'm in first. You can't tell. I'm on my 5th lap. So yeah, so I'm very intrigued by this whole thing. Okay, can't cheese these ones for some reason. Maybe we need to hit them in the face specifically. I guess there's the feast. Oh, he covered me in some sort of... I guess preparing me for the feast. Because, yeah, I'm covered in some sort of white goo. I presume that is something that occurs when a tick is preparing you to suck your blood. Or preparing to suck your blood, I should say. Aegon was able to cheese those ones over there, but not these ones. Yeah, I am really enjoying the Goddard twin swords. Preacher's right arm. Okay, so we have 3 items for which we've not yet read the description, but I do want to continue going here. So we will read those as soon as we possibly can. I don't want to mess with the giant conjurer guy over there, though. We're still covered in this white goo here. Okay, so again, we have at least 3 of the ringed knights guarding this spot here. Wow, this area is enormous. So we also have this place over there that looks to be of interest. So let's figure out the paths again. So this is definitely one path to go there, and then there's a whole path behind there. This is path number 2. And I guess path number 3 is over in this direction. So we'll start with path number 3. Hopefully we can get all this white gunk off of us eventually. Yeah, this place is beautiful in its own very run-down sort of way. Beautiful in a way that I wouldn't use that word to describe, say, the painting of Ariandel. Okay, so we have more of the knights over there. Okay, let's read some item descriptions. So the first one was Aquamarine Dagger, which I think we got in the first episode. A dagger fitted with aquamarine crystal, engraved with a prayer in the old tongue to ward off incident. Perhaps it was a parting gift given to one sent off on great travels. Crystal blade. Release magic from the aquamarine crystals, creating a fleeting blue crystal blade lengthy enough to swing as a straight sword. So the crystals we're seeing are aquamarine crystals then. That's what that is saying to me. We also have the Ringed Knight Spear. Black spear wielded by the Ringed Knights. The arms of early men were forged in the abyss and betray a smidgen of life. For this reason, the gods cast a seal of fire upon these spears and those who possess them. Skill Ember. Thrust the time-worn spear and watch it restore its ancient brilliance and reignite a short-lived flame, whose dull aftermath will carry on. And we also have the Ringed Knight Straight Sword. Straight sword wielded by the Ringed Knights. The arms of early men were forged in the abyss and betray a smidgen of life. For this reason, the gods cast a seal of fire upon these swords and those who possess them. Skill Ember. Stand ready with the time-worn blade as it restores its ancient... So yeah, pretty much the same thing. From this stance, transition to normal or strong attack. There might have been one or two other things, but I can't remember. What are you? Oh my gosh. Is that the Dragon Slayer armor? It very much looks like it is. Okay. This is not going to be good. Yep. Dragon Slayer armor. Hi, friend. Oh, come on. You are so good at closing the gap between us. And you have so much HP too. No! Oh my gosh. Iron Dragon Slayer, helm, armor, gauntlets, and leggings. Stark melted iron body armor of the ancient Dragon Slayer armor. The armor defeated by the champion of Ash in Lothric was left ages to rust, until it slipped into an abyssal swamp, where it was possessed once again by the memory of the hunt. That is fascinating. So, are we in the future? It would seem as though we're in the future. Again, fascinating. So lots of those abyssal husks over here. It appears as though the only way forward is past all of those ringed knights. We have 3 divine blessings, so no reason not to use it if we need it. There's another path over there. And these clerics here are venerating this structure? Something inside the structure? We're going to try going up the hill first. It's another one of those statues. Okay. Oh my gosh, is that a white birch tree? It looks like it is. No! White birch bow, so it is a white birch tree. A short bow crafted with white birch, endowed with light manipulating magic. The bow is a relic from an ancient land of sorceries that was swallowed by the abyss, most known for its folktale of the heroic Abyss Watcher. Unseen arrow. Arrows shot by large pulls of the bow are enchanted with a golden spell that turns them nearly invisible. Okay, so when I was speculating in like the first or the second episode, when I said maybe we're going back to Ulasil, it would seem almost as though that is the case. Or maybe this is an area that just sort of mashes together everything. That constitutes a mashing together of everything. Stupid clerics. So yeah, here's a white birch tree. Yep. Oh. I hope anytime he's dead in my game. I wonder if he would still be alive. Oh man, because we could really use his help in this swamp here. That would have been amazing. How'd you get back up here? We're getting very close to having to warp back. But I do want to see what that item is there. No. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Even the babies are chasing after me. What? I want to see what's in here. I'm assuming everything is going to come after me now, but we're almost dead anyway, so. Church Guardian something or other. Oh, yep, here they all come. Oh my god. No! Have your feast without me. So yeah, the only way forward is through or around that church with all the ringed knights. So I think we're gonna make a run for it. Just in the interest of finishing the episode with some progress. Okay, so there's one, two, there's a third one over there, and then another one on the other side there. So we're gonna just run to this side. You can use that for a plunging attack. Oh, I pissed someone off. I pissed someone off. Who did I piss off? I don't know who I pissed off. Okay, we want to go that way though. Again, I'm almost certain we're missing items and things that are important. And I think, okay, there's several paths here. I think for the last episode of this playthrough, we're gonna do the same thing we did last time and just sort of try to wrap up all the loose ends that we've accumulated. But yeah, well, we got souls for something. But yeah, I do want to see if we can unlock a shortcut. Boom. All right. Well, that works for me. What is this bonfire called? Ring City Streets. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.